If you're still calling yourself a prompt engineer, your next job interview just ended. According to LinkedIn's report, AI engineer roles spiked 267% year over year in 2024. Gartner predicts over 80% of global enterprises will run generative AI models in production by 2026. Berkeley's research proves system-level retrieval augmented generation optimizations outperform prompt tweaks in real-world benchmarks. Prompt engineer salaries peaked between $175K and $335K in early 2023, then flattened out across industries. In 2024, AI system architects at Meta and OpenAI regularly command total compensation above $450K, including equity. The market has decisively flipped from handcrafted prompt artistry toward designing scalable, end-to-end AI pipelines. Simple linguistic prompting doesn't scale. Enterprises now require modular, containerized microservices for reliable AI delivery. NVIDIA launched Inference Microservices, NIM, in 2024 to standardize container-based AI deployment at enterprise scale. IDC forecasts global AI spending to hit $512 billion by 2027, with infrastructure investments leading the charge. A 2024 MIT Sloan study found only 11% of organizations realize significant ROI from Gen AI via prompts alone. The same study reveals 89% of successful Gen AI deployments depended on deep integration with proprietary data stacks. Architecture now eats prompts for breakfast, with system-level expertise defining who wins in AI development. The shift to AI architectures isn't hype. It's a structural transformation in how companies build intelligent systems. Burning Glass saw a 25% jump in software engineering and distributed systems skill demands in 2024 job listings. Listings for pure prompt expertise cooled, while roles needing computer science fundamentals surged significantly. LangChain adoption exploded 400% between 2023 and 2024, powering complex multi-agent orchestration in production. Microsoft's AutoGen framework accelerated enterprise-scale agentic workflows, replacing one-shot prompts with loops. Agentic multi-step loops now dominate AI development workflows across sectors, far eclipsing single-turn interactions. Gartner warns 60% of new LLM applications will incorporate RAG or vector databases by 2025 to cut hallucinations. Vector databases like Pinecone and FAS have gone from niche to table stakes in enterprise AI stacks. RAG architectures dramatically reduce hallucinations and improve accuracy in critical AI-driven customer experiences. AWS rolled out its generative AI competency in 2024 to certify partners for end-to-end RAG solutions. Consultancies now pitch system design and RAG pipelines in RFPs instead of simple prompt manuals. Databricks' $1.3 billion acquisition of Mosaic ML underscores the pivot to training custom, mid-sized AI models. The era of relying on third-party LLM prompting playbooks is ending. Architecture is the competitive moat now. Manual prompting is repetitive toil that hits a hard ceiling on scale and reliability. Stanford's DSPI framework automates prompt optimization through code, turning language recipes into software modules. GitHub stars for DSPI surged 300% in 2024, signaling prompt engineering's shift to programmatic discipline. Prompt recipes become modular code libraries in CI pipelines, complete with tests and version control. Every token change deserves a Git commit and peer review like any other code update. Unit tests now validate model outputs against sample prompts before any production deployment runs. Containers replace text files as the default packaging method for inference services in 2024. NVIDIA Inference Microservices decouple compute infrastructure from prompt logic, driving reliability and scale. Docker images become the currency of deployment, encapsulating models, dependencies, and service wrappers. Kubernetes orchestrates these microservices at global enterprise scale with auto-scaling and self-healing features. Team leads now demand full observability in AI pipelines, not brittle ad hoc prompt scripts. Logging every API call and tracking token usage across environments is the new best practice. Architects design failover, load balancing, and SLA guarantees into every AI service they build. MIT Sloan found 89% of GenAI ROI stemmed from deep integration with internal software and data stacks. Data meshes and ETL pipelines emerge as the true MVPs behind successful enterprise AI initiatives. If you don't own your data plumbing, a vendor or competitor will own it for you. Salesforce's Einstein GPT embeds RAG directly into CRM workflows, boosting productivity and accuracy. Amazon Bedrock ties generative models to AWS data lakes, unifying training and serving in one platform. Google Vertex AI links BigQuery tables with LLM endpoints to power intelligent analytics at scale. You can't generate reliable sales insights with one-off prompts. You need integrated models and data pipelines. Netflix uses RAG to shrink search latency by 30%, improving viewer engagement across the platform. Discover Financial built in RAG-powered chat agent, reducing response time and support costs simultaneously. Pizza Hut leverages agentic loops for real-time order processing and dynamic upsells at scale. System-level engineering beats ad hoc prompt hacks when you need predictable, scalable performance. Companies that ignored architecture in 2023 got burned. Project failures, security gaps, and runaway costs. Real system science delivers predictable ROI every quarter, turning AI from cost center to profit engine. LangChain lets you script complex agent workflows in Python, chaining LLM calls with custom logic. Microsoft's AutoGen orchestrates multi-agent tasks automatically, handling dependencies and failure modes out of the box. NVIDIA NIM packages inference services with Kubernetes manifests, making scalable AI deployment a template. DSPy abstracts prompt loops into reusable code libraries, complete with CI integration and test suites. OpenAI Functions API enforces structured outputs, letting you parse model responses like typed function calls. Weave AI offers visual debugging tools for complex model interactions with real-time graph visualizations. Kubeflow automates your MLOps workflows on Kubernetes, from training to serving large-scale models. MLflow tracks experiments, hyperparameters, and model versions to ensure reproducibility across teams. Selden Core deploys and scales model containers in production environments with enterprise-grade security. Airbyte ingests data from any source, APIs, databases, or file systems, into your AI pipelines seamlessly. We've moved from Jupyter Notebooks to GitOps manifests for defining reproducible AI infrastructure. Terraform declares your AI infrastructure as code, from networks to inference clusters in version-controlled files. Helm charts version your Kubernetes-based AI stacks, enabling rollbacks and upgrades with a single command. If you're not writing distributed services and APIs, your skill set is already obsolete in AI teams. Learn gRPC for high-speed microservice communication that scales across data centers and cloud regions. Master Kubernetes for container orchestration at scale, pods, namespaces, CRDs, and cluster security. Understand vector databases like Pinecone or Weaviate to power efficient RAG retrieval at scale. Be fluent in writing Docker files, building images, and optimizing layers for performance and security. Build CI/CD pipelines with Jenkins or GitHub Actions to automate tests, builds, and deployments reliably. Treat prompts as code, version them, test them, and manage them in your Git repositories. Analyze logs with Prometheus, visualize metrics in Grafana, and set up alerting on inference SLAs. Embed security in every stage of your inference pipeline with tools like Open Policy Agent. Optimize cloud costs by negotiating spot instances and configuring auto-scaling policies effectively. Negotiate GPU allocations directly with cloud providers instead of relying on ephemeral API token credits. Learn data mesh patterns and federated data architectures to break down silos in large organizations. Combine classical computer science fundamentals with machine learning to orchestrate complex AI at scale. Microsoft Research predicts agentic AI will account for 40% of all new AI development by 2026. You'll build self-healing loops, not one-shot prompts, so systems adapt and optimize autonomously. Future systems will continuously monitor, retrain, and redeploy components without human intervention. We're shifting from simple input-output models to loop and logic architectures with decision trees and feedback loops. Andrej Karpathy warned that while English feels like code, real power demands AI orchestration skills. Mastering AI orchestration means combining software engineering best practices with machine learning pipelines. The next AI unicorn will be built on the pipeline layer, not a flashy user interface. Job boards now list AI system architect as a top-tier senior role with six-figure salaries. Universities must update curricula to teach loop and logic architectures, not just prompt engineering basics. If you don't evolve your skill set by 2025, your expertise will become a legacy liability. Systems architects, not prompt engineers, will define who wins and loses in the AI race. The war for top talent is a battle over who controls AI pipeline expertise and infrastructure design. Will you lead this architectural revolution or become another casualty of the AI gold rush?